But when he told me that people call Diet Coke fridge cigs, nothing resonated more with me ever because it's absolutely true.
It's amazing. I was there by the pool. I heard that phrase for the first time yesterday, which is why I'm like, it's overkill. I've killed it already. Like, my wife doesn't want to hear me say it one more time. She'll murder me. So I'll probably say it one more time. But when someone said that yesterday when I was chilling by the pool, I was like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. And it is absolutely so true. And I drank 5 of them in an hour at their pool.
The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. This holiday, use code Mayo at Underdog to get yourself a deposit bonus of up to $1,000 and a free pick in the Pick'em game. Based on the success of last week's show, we're running it back. More topics for everyone with Emerson Lotzia. Sir, you were a big hit last week, not only with me, but the viewers as well.
Hey, it feels good. Feels good to be hanging with your audience. Feels good to be back with you. You look well rested after your Nickelback concert on Friday night. How'd everything go, buddy?
Well, I was up very late. I don't stay up all that late, and I consumed a lot of beverages, so I was a write-off for 2 days because I'm old, and that's how it goes when you drink now.
Dude, best part of going sober is no longer having to feel like absolute dog shit in the morning. Okay. That just listen, I think you have a problem. All right. You can come with me to AA any day, buddy.
No, see, I think I'm okay. It's just I just need to not go to concerts. It's not only the drinking, it's the being out late part too that compounds it. I feel like if I was just day drinking and drank as much, I would have been fine the next day. But when I'm up like 4 hours later than I normally am, then my whole
terrible.
I took like 4 naps on Saturday.
Dude, that's amazing. What, you just have the golf tournament on in the background, just like napping? There's no better sport to have in the background than golf if you want to nap on like a nice Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
It is a great napping sport. But yeah, like the kids were doing stuff in the living room, and I just fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, dude. If like I'm like one of those psychopaths that's like in bed, maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I think last night I was passed the fuck out on the couch by 8:30 and eventually made my way into the bedroom at like 10. But if I stay up, and I get up at 5 every morning, if I stay up at like, even if it's just an hour, if I push it to like 10 o'clock, 10:30, again, don't even drink, don't smoke anymore. I feel like I'm off the next day. I can't focus. I can't look people in the eye. I can't absorb the information you're telling me because I didn't sleep my rock solid throbbing 8 hours.
I used to function off 4 hours of sleep.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. You're a psychopath. You're like a workhorse, you know?
Yeah,
I go outside and walk
I can't do it anymore is the problem.
Yes, you can. You're young. You're 40. I'm 41. Okay, wait till you get to be my age, bud.
What do you do at 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, I'm forced to get up early because I got kids running around. Like, what do you do for those 2 hours?
I do a lot of weird shit, actually. I really do. I get up. I usually check like all the texts and messages people sent me in normal hours. You know, people just stay up between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. So I fire off my reply texts to people. And like, for those who don't know, I'm sober. Like now they're like, dude, are you still up from like the night before? And I'm like, no, that's not me anymore, man. But yeah, I get back on emails, psychopath on Slack at 5:30 in the morning. But I usually make my protein shake. I take my 2 girls for a walk, dogs. Like this morning, did like 5 miles. Then I come back, crush the gym. Yeah, it's and sometimes I do other stuff too, just to get it out of the way, if you know what I mean.
You gotta move your microphone back. You're popping your peas, pal.
Hold on. Okay, is that better? Sorry, I'm new to this. Sorry, man. I'm freaking out. I'm panicking.
You're new to this. I did some back deep diving on you. I didn't know you used to host Nesson After Dark.
Oh, yeah. Nesson After Hour. Dude, I wanted to call it Nesson After Dark. Okay. And then they're like, well, I don't know if like we really want to go that route because people might start thinking about like porn and nudity and the old Cinemax days. And like when you'd sit in your room and you'd crank your hog watching scrambled porn. And I'm like, well, that's the point, guys. Like you want people to be like, well, what's this? this sounds hot. And then once we pull them in, then they can decide if they actually like the content. They're like, oh, this sucks. This guy's actually wearing pants. I don't want to watch this show. But that was fun. Yeah, you had working for Nesson though. You had to kind of watch what you said about the Red Sox and Bruins because they own that network. But yeah, that was interesting. That's when it was like, covering the Red Sox, and it's like, shit, man, we've been here almost 12 years now in Boston. So now it's like, all right, this is basically my team. After the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Is it fun to get on to the Red Sox like after you must feel like the ultimate bandwagoner?
Oh yeah, baby. Absolutely. Listen, I didn't have much like growing up down in Jacksonville. Okay. It was the Jaguars, which has been 3 fucking decades of depression and pain and disappointment. Like I don't even feel things anymore because of the Jags. They're half of the reason I'm in therapy right now. They were half of the reason that I drank so much. And then we had the Jacksonville Suns, okay? And how much sense does this make? They were the AA affiliate for the longest time of the LA Dodgers. Yeah, okay. Let's call this dude up. Just fly your ass 6 hours across the country. But yeah, so coming here, I mean, there was college football. College football was obviously big down in Florida. But coming here, it was awesome. You had and I got here at the time where everybody was winning. It's like it really is the city of champions. I get why people have a little bit of a pep in their step here in Boston. Like there's some kids who have been on this planet, Pat, for like, say kids who are like 25 now. And I know the last couple of years have been like a little slow. Well, you just had the Celtics 2 seasons ago. But like basically there was a professional team in this city winning a championship every year. And then I'm just this guy from Jacksonville. I'm like, hey, we went like 15-3 in 1999, made the AFC Championship game and lost all 3 games to the Titans. I was like, that's all I got going for me. Hey, made the AFC title game in 1996. They're like, yeah,
I'm from the Northeast as well. So my college football ties do not go very deep. Obviously, not being American is probably one part of that. But where you're from, it's all college football all the time. Was it a shock going to Boston and being like, yeah, no one here cares unless BC is like really good?
Dude, I'd be like, yo, boys, you want to like get together, go watch some like SEC action, go watch my UCF Knights somewhere. And they're like, dude, we don't give a shit about college football around here. We're resting up because we're going to black out tomorrow at the Patriots game. I'm like, all right, man, that's cool. And then people were telling me back in the day when I think BC got up to 1 or 2 in the AP poll, Matt Ryan was there. And some of the guys who were locals who were here during that time were like, nobody gave a shit. But I tell you what, it's a fun time to go to like BC games because I mean, you can usually get like a ticket and for pretty cheap too. And they've got some pretty good hot dogs also there at Alumni Stadium. So I would highly recommend it if you're in town. Like most people, if they fill a college football stadium around here, again, basically BC, it's because of the team that they're playing. Like I went to a game a few years, like 5-6 years ago, whatever it was now, when Trevor Lawrence was in town with Clemson. And then I'll go when Notre Dame is here every once in a while because I'm a big Notre Dame fan. But yeah, dude, college football is life. College football is life. Anyone who's watching right now knows exactly what I'm talking about. Below the Mason-Dixon line, it is college football. That's all you give a shit about. And it's like the tailgates are sick. There's nudity. There's bad decisions going on. Just like 2 bikers having sex in the woods, especially around Gainesville. I'd go to a lot of those games. Man, that shit's weird. That turned me into a man really, really early on in my life, Pat.
I want to circle back to not only walking the dogs. Do you go to the gym in your building or do you go to a gym?
I go to a gym. Yeah, this is like where we live, which everyone welcome inside my living room. That's the couch where the magic does not happen. I could show you my bedroom, but no magic happens in there either. It's just like a brownstone here in Boston. There's no gym here. I go to a gym a few blocks down the road. And Pat, I have I've seen some shit in that gym lately. Seriously, really, I don't know if they're disturbing, but shocking things. I texted you about it. Okay, dude. All right, this
T-
is
tell
weird.
the people.
This is weird, people. And I don't know if you guys have these kind of dudes in your gym, whatever gym you go to, wherever you live. I know, like, there's been some guys you'd run into in the gym locker room every now and then. They know they've got a big hog, right? So maybe they don't wear a towel as much as they should, or they're just letting it cook against the cedar bench in the sauna. It's like super distracting. It's like staring at you in the face. This guy on Friday was getting dressed. I was changing to go into the sauna. He was just getting out of the shower, and the locker room area is completely separate from both of those. This dude took his towel off, and it was like a baby arm holding an apple. This hog was, I honestly, dude, I thought he had a third leg. I said, that's not normal. I don't even know how you operate in life with something that big. It was like, I didn't know if I should shake its hand. But here's the thing. This guy was 2 lockers away from me and was like facing me. And I'm just like, it's like that side eye meme with like the monkey puppet. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude, I can't do that. That's a hog right there. And so when he takes his towel off, he's looking at me and he starts to get dressed. Doesn't start with his underwear or shorts, Pat. He starts with his shirt. So all of a sudden, there's the hog still looking at me. And he's just Winnie the Poohing. Again, I do it around my apartment, right? But this guy and this fucking tripod puts his shirt on. I said, okay, I got to change a little bit. Like, I don't know. I got nothing that's going to stand up to that. So I don't want to necessarily take my towel off around you. And I'm like, he's going to put his shorts on next. 1 sock on, another sock on. Next thing I know, again, shirt, 2 socks. And this meat missile is just dangling there. And he's, again, facing me the entire time. And I could see his eyes looking at me. He wants me to look down and acknowledge this specimen of a penis that is dangling from just below his waist. And he eventually put his shorts on. And honestly, dude, I've been thinking about this guy every day since Friday. Like, I don't know how you got to tie that thing in a knot or something, or if he sits on it, or he sits down on a bench, like, he's got to wear long shorts. He's got to wear long shorts.
Yeah, he would not have been allowed to play in the NBA in 1973.
No, dude. I'm like, if I see this guy out on a walk, it's like, dude, his penis is walking him. Like,
so do you think this is like the common move that he pulls every time in the locker room? Is like, just check out how large my dick is.
Yes, like, has to be, Pat, because again, it's one thing if, like, you know, you take the towel off, then you kind of turn around to your locker and it's like you get dressed. And you get dressed normally. You usually start with your underwear or your shorts. Not this guy, top, bottom, and then eventually his shorts. But the way he was facing me the whole time and like staring at me, and I'm like, I can't lock eyes with you right now, dude. Like, I can't. It's like, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to go on a date with my wife. And then we're on the date later. I'm like, can I tell you a story? And I start telling her about this dude's penis. She's like, yeah, I'm all set. I'm like, no, there's more. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do that for you. When I was at the gym this morning, I didn't see him. I don't know what I'd do if I would see him.
Was he jacked? Like, was he like good shape gym guy? He was just like kind of
like,
schlubby big dick guy.
Yeah, dude. He's kind of like this dad bod guy, but fucking hung like a horse. Wow. Good for him, man. Like, good for him.
He's in your head. Hopefully that's where he's going to stay.
He's definitely in my head. Hopefully he's not in anywhere else.
Do you have you noticed, because I've noticed it once or twice, because I rotate gyms that I go to depending on if I'm at work, if I'm at home.
Yeah.
Just by a sort of like the city membership, you can go to any of the branded gyms. But do you ever see any influencers in there doing stuff?
They're the absolute worst. This is the main gym that I stick to. And I don't see anybody who is like that in this gym. And it's a smaller gym, except for the guy's penis, which is not small. But Occasionally when I'm on the road traveling for DraftKings, I'll pop into like bigger gyms if the hotel gym is like shit. And yeah, you've got people setting up phones, and sometimes I see them with like ring lights, and I'm like, just fucking work out. Like, stop. But I don't know. At the same time, on the flip side of that coin, Pat, it's like if these people have highly successful Instagram accounts that they're giving people workout tips, I mean, they're making money off of it. And I guess, I don't know, like the gym should be like, we should be receiving a piece of that, really. So I don't know, but then you see the videos of like the chicks who set up their workout stuff, and you see the dudes who are oohing and on over their peach in the background. And then the girls will be like, look at this guy looking at my peach. It's like, well, bro, you've got this camera set up. Like, people are looking in your direction because it's like you're taping a movie. And there's your peach.
If they were making that much money, wouldn't they just have their own gym set up somewhere?
Yeah. And I follow a couple like workout people for tips. Okay.
Is that where I do that too? It's not working for me.
Yeah, I like it. And most of the dudes I follow, they all have their own. You're exactly right. They all have their own gym. I'm not really on TikTok. I have a TikTok account. I post maybe like once a year. But it's I think it's mainly more like TikTok people. At least the Instagram ones, yeah, they're all like highly successful, run their own fucking gym. It's just them in there doing shit, or if they're smoking hot wife, you're spotting them. But yeah, no, I couldn't do it, man. You know, I don't mind when the old ladies though take a gander. You know, you see their eyes kind of go to the side, like, look at this dude over here on the Peloton. And I'm like, I know you see this. Yeah, I got my resistance cranked up to 100. Mm-hmm.
Again, you travel a bunch, so like, what would you say the hit rate is on good gym hotel, like good hotel that has a gym?
Happens 10% of the time. 10% of the time. I think I stay at this maybe a Marriott when I've been to San Francisco a few times recently. Their gym is ginormous. It is huge. Now, if I'm booking a place, if DK will pay for it, it's not like too pricey. I look for like a sauna. I wanna read my book in the sauna and be able, because then I could get like, it's just a 20-minute workout to kind of warm my body up. That's on the road. It's like, I'm not going to get that good of a workout. Like, I'm sure people here know who travel for work. You just don't get that good of a workout when you're away from your normal gym and your normal routines. But for me, it's so important, like mentally, for me to get like all the shit in my head out when I'm like working out, like just working up a sweat for 20 minutes and sitting in the sauna. But don't talk to me in the sauna. Like the sauna talkers, you can miss me, dude. I
don't think I've ever been in a sauna with anyone who's tried to talk to anyone.
Holy shit, it happens all the time where I am.
Too familiar.
Happens all the fucking time. So what I've started to do is I go in there with my book, but I put my pods in my ears, but I'm not listening to shit at all. So it's like someone like says something like, "Oh, it's hot in here." I'm like, we're in a fucking sauna. Yeah, man. Like, nod. It's kind of like hold the book up. Hey, pods are in. But yeah, there are too many people who try to like talk. But I think the reason some people do that, Pat, is because I think when you talk in there and you kind of distract your mind, you really aren't thinking about how it's 180 degrees in there and like the time flies a little bit. But I like peace and quiet. I was in there by myself today. Oh, you can open up the towel, you know,
Feel good.
Read the book. Yes, you can feel the heat hitting every little inch.
Now, is it like a regular sauna? Is it an infrared sauna? Do you ever use steam rooms?
No, we don't have a steam room here. Regular sauna, cedar bench, can pour the water like on the rocks and shit like that. Gets super hot. Dude, so when we went to Paris, I talked a little bit about our trip last week, but when we went to Paris a couple weeks ago, there was a 6 spa that was part of the hotel. It was included, like in the hotel price. You didn't have to pay extra for anything. There was the infrared sauna there. It didn't hit the same. It did not. Now, I don't know if I didn't sit in there long enough or if like the red lights didn't click on. I don't know. But they did have a steam room, and I forgot how good a steam room felt just for the body. Super, super fucking moist. But the infrared stuff, I don't know if any of your fans here are like watching this and they have some advice for how I should approach an infrared sauna. Because I've got a friend just up the road who has one who's been bragging about it. Maybe I should go there and try that out. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if I have to sit in it longer. I don't know.
I think, I mean, I don't know if independently how well it works. I've only been to one, and I went to this cryogenics place where they gave you like, you go into the thing and it freezes you. So instead of the cold plunge, you're just standing there with like oven mitts on your hands and feet. So those extremities don't get completely frozen off. And it goes to minus 150 degrees Celsius or something. And after that, you go directly into the infrared sauna and it feels like you're on fire, but it feels great.
How long do you stay in those things for? That's the fucking thing that Antonio Brown, remember he was like, he couldn't show up to Raiders camp that one year where he did. His feet were peeling because he didn't wear protection on his feet in one of those fucking things. But how long?
I don't know if he is a good barometer of decision making.
What do you mean? He seems just fine. No, I've got a great therapist I can introduce him to. But how long do you stand in one of those things? They look fucking painful.
No, it was great being in it. I think I was in it for 3 minutes.
And that's it. Are you only supposed to do 3 minutes, or you go 3 minutes there, infrared sauna, then back into this chamber of frozen death?
I think it's just 3 minutes.
Okay. And you survive. You're a survivor.
But like you walk out and there is zero inflammation left in your body. It is frozen out.
Yeah, it does feel good, right? I mean, so is it similar? Is it similar to a cold plunge in a way?
Yeah,
but it's way more intense.
It is, but it doesn't feel as cold in a weird way because gradually gets colder while you're in there. Whereas with the cold plunge, it's just freezing the second you're in. Yeah,
it's not exactly frozen. So I know the frozen chamber you're in that's like minus 200 degrees. I know that's colder than a cold plunge.
It is, but your body acclimates itself to it a lot easier rather than going from normal body temperature to jumping in cold plunge and like the shock to your system. You don't get that shock. It just gets cold and like you feel like you can kind of feel like all the swelling go out of your body. You
wore protection though, like on your feet, right?
Feet and hands. Like they're basically oven mitts that they give you.
Okay. So you wear like oven mitts like on your feet too?
Yeah, and underwear. You should probably do that.
Do you have to wear thick underwear?
No, just like regular. I mean, I feel like everyone, maybe it's just people that I know, but like you go to TJ Maxx, you go to Winners up here, you order off Amazon, you just end up with some version of those like stretchy Puma, both socks and underwear at this point.
How did that feel down there?
It didn't really feel like anything.
You couldn't feel anything in your nether regions. There's a lot of penis talk on this show.
A lot of penis talk on the show. But when it's like minus 150 degrees, there's not much to pump the blood to anyway.
You're like, I was in the pool. No, it's like I was in the cryo chamber.
We need to get your guy to the cryo chamber. He can walk around like a normal individual.
Seriously. He can feel like one of us. One of us.
But we're doing a thing Thursday. My kids are going away with my mom for like 3 days. So like we have a day to do something. So we booked a nice restaurant and we're doing this like circuit at the wellness spa around here. I haven't been there, but she has. But it's like the entire hour-long circuit between like eucalyptus sauna, cold plunge, like going back and forth. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I need a shake up. I haven't been to one of these things in a while, and you know this, that I hurt my elbow, so I actually haven't like worked out in 3 weeks. You know when you don't work out for a while, you just feel sloppy? That's how I feel right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like a piece of shit.
But it's no different. Like I look at myself, I look exactly the same. If I went into the gym tomorrow and tried to lift exactly what I could 3 weeks ago, I probably could. But just I physically don't feel strong anymore.
Maybe you should change some things up in the gym.
That's what I
change up your routine. You know, are you trying to get like more shredded? Like, what are you trying to do? Because
I am now trying to get more shredded, but this elbow injury just threw off everything. So for the past 6 months, I've been trying to bulk up. And I feel like I've done a good job of, I put on a bunch of weight, but I put on a bunch of muscle, got a lot stronger than I used to be. Now, like my shirts don't fit right.
Yeah, your shirt looks tighter, bro.
It does. It's because it is tighter.
I will say, like, you've always worn like nice because you have a nice feminine build. So it's like your shirts have fit you well. And I noticed that they're a little tighter up here. Like your shoulders are turning into mini boulders there. And it seems like your chest is popping a little bit.
Yeah, and also these are the routines that I'm doing. So instead of doing, like I used to just do a ton of cardio and some strength training, a lot of resistance training just to be like physically body weight strong. But now I upped it to like it's max reps for as much weight as I can do, like somewhere between like 4 and 8 reps rather than just trying to get the endurance to go through it. I'm running less, doing less cardio. So now I feel like I'm going to flip it back to what I used to do, see if I can get cut.
You just said last week on the show when we talked for an hour that you just were obsessed with running. So has this been a decision you made in the past week?
Well, I haven't been doing that much running is the thing.
Okay.
I used to run a lot. Now I run far less frequently, and I've been running at much lower speed. I've been doing that like zone 2 cardio.
I don't know what that means. So you're just like speed walking?
No, it's like jogging ish, but you have to keep I have to keep my heart rate between like 128 and 144 the entire time. So if it starts getting above that, I need to slow down on the speed to get it back down into that zone. And then from what they say, I mean, this could all just be like random internet shit that forces people. Who knows if any of this stuff actually works, but if you can train yourself to zone 2, it burns more fat than anything else versus what I would do before. Like my heart rate would just be like 168 the entire time because I'm going balls to the wall running.
Oh, I love that feeling. I love the feeling my heart just wanted to fucking come out of my chest. I'm dripping sweat. Shirt stuck to my chest. You could clearly see my nipples. People are looking. That's a good feeling. I hope that you're able to take time to recover when you go to this very nice spa. Are you guys staying there? Is it part of like a hotel?
No, it's its own independent thing. So we're actually going to dinner afterwards. Going to clean up there, go to dinner, just make an entire day of it.
Yeah. And then no kids that night. So
get some sleep.
Little Netflix and chill. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. We're around the same age. It's like, yeah, let's just get some sleep. We don't have kids, our dogs, they don't bother us.
Apparently you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to walk them. Are they Springer Spaniels, Brittany Spaniels? What are they?
Yeah. They're English Springer Spaniels. Yeah. You kind of, let me just adjust this real quick. You see one passed out there. The other one's like in the crate right there. There's my wife's Emmy, one of like the 6 that are in this apartment. I hid some of them because I didn't want it to just look like there were all these fucking trophies behind me that I didn't win.
You can pass it off that you did win them.
Yeah. I'm her favorite Emmy, Pat. Oh, she hates when I tell that joke. I tell you every year at the Emmys. every year when we're there, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm her favorite Emmy. I'll say it to her coworkers. They still laugh. They still support me. That's why I like them. Because they laugh at my stupid jokes. Those were the days.
We got some good feedback from last week's. What does your wife do to piss you off? And that's how people got into the draw for the free driver.
Those were great. I went on YouTube page afterwards and I was trying to reply to like most people because everyone was like super cool. And like, I knew that when we started talking about that, I knew that would be a hit because all of us dudes, you, me, the boys watching right now, we fucking know. All our wives, they do something. They do something. I just stuck with one. But if we want to do that again in episodes down the road, I've got more. It's like I open up my scroll here. But that was cool.
There was one depressing one.
Okay. What? Which one?
The winner, I mean, not of the driver, but just of the best comment was, I don't know if this counts because she's my ex-wife, but she cheated on me. I found that annoying.
I remember that one. I'm like, my brother in Christ, I got your back. I'm here for you. Fuck her.
So I asked you about the cookouts, the 4th of July cookouts.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Let's go. Wait. So your 4th of July is Canada Day, which is Tuesday.
July 1st. When this show comes out, it is on Canada Day.
Is it so it's July 1st every year?
Every year.
That's great. July 1st is that's a big day for you guys.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't really
What do you guys do? Do you get crazy as shit like everyone here?
Not really. No, I mean, I'm sure some people do. We used to, it's being at that age right now that everything needs to center around. If you have kids, it has to center around your kids. And if you don't have kids, you can't even phone up the people with kids at this
Yeah.
point because they want to go get banged up. It's like kids aren't even in school. Everything's canceled today. Like, I got to watch my kids. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So unless
Man.
it's say like my buddy Cust used to have people out to his parents' house who work on like they live on the lake. We'd barbecue out there, but it turned out
Amazing.
he's afraid to light a barbecue. So I would have to end up barbecuing the entire time. But that was fun. And we could bring the kids to that, but it doesn't even happen anymore.
Gus didn't want to be like the grill master. That's what you're supposed to take pride in when you have people over at your place.
No, he's too nervous to turn on the barbecue.
Let me tell you what, I rolled up to my buddy's place yesterday, have a couple hours at his pool before I went to a separate cookout at night. And there was no feeling worse than when I rolled up and saw that he had other friends over who had brought their kids. And I'm like, this is just, what are you doing, squirt? Like, don't touch me. One of them, I was just dangling my feet, like my legs in the pool, sitting on the edge of the pool, having a Diet Coke or a fridge cigarette. And he kept grabbing my toes and wanted me to pull him in. And I'm like, all right, dude, don't touch me, man. I don't even know you. But then we started warming up a little bit like to each other. And we were eating chips and guac and talking about food for a while. We were eating cheese sticks. He offered me a cheese stick and I'm like, all right, kid, you won me over. And then I bit, I'm a cheese stick biter. I don't have the patience. I got ADHD. I don't have the patience to peel. So I was teaching this kid how to bite string cheese instead of like peeling it. I said, don't you want to get back in the pool? We don't have time for this. And he was a little weirded out, but so was I, because you're a kid, like you don't get it, like you don't know anything. And again, I don't know you. And every time he said stick as cheese stick, he would sound like he was saying shit. And he's like, cheese shit. And I'm like, yeah, dude, those are the worst. It's like, what? Like, you don't like cheese shits? I'm like, no, I don't like cheese shit. Sometimes you don't shit if you eat too many of these, kid. But I'm just kind of molding the minds of America's future. But what are your plans on Canada Day? You could teach your kids something or two.
Yeah, I might just go golfing. Although it's probably the worst, besides the actual Father's Day, a national holiday might be the worst day to go golfing. Oh,
then why would you do that? Do you have a tee time already? There's no way you can book one now.
I have a tee time, and I'm just wondering if I actually want to go.
Is it like a private track or is it public?
It's a private track, but it's my course. But enough people will invite other people that day that it's going to be awful, and it's going to take forever.
No, but you know this then, if you're a member of a nice club, like pace of play is fucking huge at private tracks. It's like I'm never going to join one, but I
specifically go at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. To miss all these people. Like I got even tee times at 10:30 a.m. You get stuck behind the people who seem like they're intentionally trying to make the round go as long as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm not here for people who tell me that you don't need to play as fast as possible. I agree. I don't need to play as fast as possible. I like being outdoors. If it's a 4.5 hour round and I'm never waiting, I don't know how that can be possible. That's fine. It's the waiting that kills me, that I don't need to be on the tee box for 15 fucking minutes every time.
Can't fucking do it. I cannot fucking do it. It is my number one pet peeve with golf is slow golf. Oh my fucking God. Like move, hit, stop doing your fucking aim point for 20 minutes on a 5-foot putt that you're going to end up missing. Bill Pecker. Like I can't do it. I get up there, I look at my shot, tee shot, have like a swing just to warm up. I see it, dude. It's going to go where it wants to go. There are friends, very good friends of mine, and I'm sure our audience has the same kind of friends in their friendship circles that are just the slowest golfers on earth. And I refuse to play with them now. I do. I'll make up any excuse, any excuse at all to get out of playing golf. And said, sorry, dude, my dog took a shit on my chest. I can't do it. Like, I will literally make up the just worst excuses on planet Earth. They're like, oh man, sorry about that. I know that can get messy. And I'm like, wait a minute, this happens to you. You know? But like, oh, and someone who looks for a ball for 20 minutes.
Oh, dude.
Miss me with that. But dude, Pat, you start off a couple holes and you're starting to wait. Kills the momentum. The momentum. I'm fast, brother. I'm real fast.
I'm not here to proclaim I'm the fastest golfer on earth. I'm not. I will take my time with this.
But you like playing fast golf is what I'm saying. You don't like waiting. That you're the perfect person to play with, whether you're good at golf or not. I play with some shitty golfers, but they just like to keep it going, moving forward. That's it, bro.
I feel like you got 20 seconds to hit your shot. Like,
yeah,
if
that's
you want,
fine.
That includes practice swings, addressing the ball, warming up. So I take a little bit more time over the ball, but I don't take any practice swings. I know some people take 7 practice swings, and they're awful at golf.
Yes.
So don't waste your good ones. Just fucking go at it.
Because that's what they're doing. You know what they're fucking doing? They're thinking, okay, they're running each of those 7 practice swings represents a YouTube video that they watched 30 minutes before teeing off that morning. And so they're trying to think of the tip from each of the YouTube golfers that they were watching, or some PGA of America professional, all running through their head. They can't keep it all straight in one line between the ears. So what do they do? They end up just chunking the shot or skull fucking it 100 yards past the green. Like, stop, dude. You're not him. You're not. You're shit. You suck at golf, but you're a good person.
I'm glad you're on board with the looking for balls. I will look for the ball. I'll see where it went. If it went into the woods here, I'll walk up to where it went in. If it's not laying directly there, I will take a penalty stroke and drop from there. It's fine.
Done. I may give an extra 5 seconds looking for it if it's a Pro V1. You know?
Yeah, 5 seconds, sure. But I have a couple friends that, especially if it is a nice ball that they have, it's like 15 minutes later.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Like, I will pay you for the fucking ball. Like, let's go.
They suck. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get them out of you don't need that dead weight in your life anymore, Pat. You need me, and I need you, and we need to play together. We'll rip through a round of golf in 3 hours, and tops 3 hours and 30 minutes. You and me together.
Oh yeah, if you're not waiting, that's very doable. I guess depending on the course. If it's a long walk.
Well, yeah, we'll go to your private track.
Yeah, it's a long walk. It's a nice walk too. Good workout walk. A lot of hills. No flat lies either. It's a great course to practice on, to go somewhere nice.
Yeah.
Because once you get, like, I played at Feinberg's Club a few weeks ago where they had the Canadian Open, and
oh shit,
flat lies everywhere. It's awesome. Like, you get there, it's like, oh wow, the ball is not 4 feet above my feet. Yeah. And I don't have to play some sort of crazy angled shot. No, I can just sit here and hit shots. This is glorious.
Yeah. Like, you are my favorite kind of friend. You know, work hard, successful, family man, handsome, ripped, great fashion taste, and you're a member of a private club. So while I will probably never join one around here, I have plenty of friends who love their friendships. I would die for these individuals. I would do anything for them. Okay? They're at the top.
It is different here than it is in America, especially big city. I mean, big city Toronto would be the same way. Because I know Jeff's club's probably like, I think after you pay the initiation, it's not so bad. The initiation is probably like 6 figures. My club is $4,000 a year. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm playing at a private track this Thursday. We're second tee time out. 8:10. So that's fine with it, which I don't understand. The sun comes up
Why
here.
Is it 8:10? How is it not like 6 a.m. is the first time?
Dude, it's not my club. I'm just getting on there, and I'm going to play. But I didn't quite understand that when I was told that. Maybe they got to do some maintenance in the morning, but you're wasting 2 hours of rock solid daylight. Like, I've played around here. I've teed off like 6:30 before at some clubs right outside Boston. Dude, you're done in 2.5, 3 hours. Your first group out. This depends too if you're walking. Are you a walker or a rider?
I'm a walker.
I love walking, bro. At our age, it's so nice.
That's another reason why I'm running less now too. That if I go golfing, I'm going to walk 6 miles as it is. That's good enough for the day.
Yeah, you get a shit ton of steps in, especially around here. A lot of these courses around Boston, and I know a couple people who listen to the pod are from the Boston area because I saw a lot of their replies like on Twitter and on YouTube last week. Like they know most of the courses outside of the city are all super like hilly. So you get like a decent workout in. You're huffing and puffing when you get up to the green, which definitely does not help you make your putt, but you weren't going to make it anyway. So you just get out there and get some steps in.
I play better when I walk. I think that's pretty universal for most people.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. There is a complete lack of focus in riding in a golf cart that just you're engaged the entire time when you're walking because you got all the time to you hit the tee shots. Like, it's a shitty tee shot. What am I going to do when I get up to this ball? Well, I got to figure out what the lie is going to be. And like, about how far out you are. It's like, well, yeah. I can hit this club. I can hit that club. You're thinking about this stuff. The only thing I think about when I get into a cart is where's the lighter? Where are my cigarettes?
Okay. Oh, you still ripping darts?
On the golf course. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I've got the next deck. I only was ripping darts like, drunk cigs, which don't count, but yeah, don't drink anymore. I miss them.
So you brought up fridge cigs, which Cuss
Diet Coke.
He informed me of this. He was not impressed about it. So I guess on the next Cuss Corner, he'll have a deep dive on this. But when he told me that people call Diet Coke fridge cigs, nothing resonated more with me ever because it's absolutely true.
It's amazing. I was there by the I heard that phrase for the first time yesterday. Which is why I'm like, it's overkill. I've killed it already. Like, my wife doesn't want to hear me say it one more time. She'll murder me. So I'll probably say it one more time. But when someone said that yesterday when I was chilling by the pool, I was like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. And it is absolutely so true. And I drank 5 of them in an hour at their pool. But they were the mini ones. But yeah, I had this debate when I went up and played golf in New Hampshire last week. We took carts, which I'm not a big fan of, but I've noticed like I've played, I think, close to like 25 rounds already this year and this season. And the couple that I've used, that I've ridden instead of walking, I've actually played my better rounds. I think some of that has to do with my body, like not getting tired. Because again, you got a flat track. That's cool. Man, once I hit fucking hole 15 or something, if I've been climbing like mini mountains, like my knees hurt, dude. I'm getting a little tired, especially because I clanged and banged and stared at a hog in the locker room earlier that morning, and that's in my head.
See, this is where the running came in. I mean, when you're used to running 5 miles a day, who cares about walking?
I'm on the Peloton, bro. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. That's the thing.
What are you talking about? Your knees hurt?
No, never.
Yeah, that's a lie. I know your knees hurt.
My calves.
You've texted me your knees hurt.
My calves and hips hurt. My knees do not hurt.
Well, if your hips hurt, that's gonna hurt you on your date night.
It's gonna hurt my golf swing too. That's the important part.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I'll be. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk on Wednesday. I'm gonna walk on Wednesday.
Like I'm not talking about carrying your bag here. I'm talking about like push a cart.
Yeah, I got a push cart. It was the best investment I made in the year 2020, the best year of our lives. And I got a push cart. It's like $200 off of Amazon. I mean, it came with all the gadgets. I said, I don't really fucking need all that. It's the best golf investment I've made.
So I think I have the MGI one, which I think is like the most common one that's around.
Oh, basic bitch.
When I went in, they were like, you can have this one, or you for $500 more. It's the same one, but it has a remote. I was like, why would I need a remote for this? And I see people out on the course with the remote. It's like, this seems awful. There was a guy who lost it at the clubhouse guy about 3 weeks ago at my course because they didn't charge his remote properly. And then he couldn't use it. He would have to like push it or something like that. Why do I want my cart 400 yards ahead of me? I can press the button and walk next to it. It's fine.
Yeah, dude, I think you can. I think you can program those things. I see it at some of the clubs that I played around here. It's always the old pieces of shit who have those, but they're also rich. That's why they have those things. But yeah, there's like a sensor I think you put on your belt. And I think you can program how far that thing stays away from you.
Okay, that I can do.
follows
But
you.
I don't need to be out there like half playing Nintendo Switch with my golf cart, trying to get it to the ball, making sure it doesn't like I said, I play at a very hilly course. Sometimes it veers off in the wrong direction. I don't mind walking next to it and having my hand on it. It walks by itself. It's automatic. It's not like I have to push it up anything, but I just don't see the need for having a remote one.
If I had the extra like $500-$600 to like do it, I think I would.
What do you like having things in your pocket when you play?
No, I hate having things in my pocket.
So this remote has to be in your pocket the whole time.
No, dude, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a sensor you just clip on your belt, bro.
I think that's a different type because I see people with.
Well, then that's a better type. You don't want a big bulgy remote in there. You don't want that. Trust me. You like shit in your pockets? You're not a pocket guy.
Weirdly, it depends on what it is. I usually carry 2 or 3 tees with me in my pocket. I have my divot tool with my ball marker in on it. And if the pencil doesn't fit my card, I'll have my golf pencil in there as well.
It's exactly what I do. Ball repair tool that's got the ball mark on it. I'll keep a small tee if I'm up on a par 3, and I got a hog of a tee for when I'm mashing the big stick. Piss missiles, like Polton guy yesterday.
Pot Gita.
Holy shit, bro. 20 years old, effortlessly hitting 365, 370 yards down the pipe, 196 mile per hour ball speed. I was so horny watching this kid play golf yesterday. It was, I don't know. I just love it. It's massive, meaty South African.
He's a big man.
He's a large, how tall is he?
I want to say 6'7".
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world then, right?
Let's see. I mean, I could just be making that up. He is being in Canada, this is what Google does to me, but he's 1.38 meters. So maybe he's not that tall.
What the fuck? That sounds small when you put it that way.
It says he's only 6 feet then. I thought he was way taller than
What? Oh, you were fucking way off, dude.
I thought he was a giant person. Maybe he's not.
I wonder if he's one of those guys on the dating apps, though, that says he's 6'2". I'm a legit 6'2", but I know most people who say they're 6'2" are fucking liars. Anywho, that was fun watching that yesterday.
Yeah, mashing it. Even Grazerman was mashing it off the tee. Where I guess if you were watching it, we had this discussion on the golf show on Monday. Doesn't it look like Chris Kirk is taking a practice swing every time he hits it?
Yeah, he does. It's like it's weird. Is it like his approach, like him walking up to like the ball, and you think he's gonna do a practice swing, or
no? It's the speed. It's probably one
like
guy with the 193 hour ball speed. Chris Kirk's might be like 93.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Poltergeist, whatever, dude. Fucking whatever his name is. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Pot Gita.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to remember that. He doesn't seem like he's swinging out of his shoes. I know the speed is out of this world high, but like it's obviously a strong swing, but it doesn't look like he's killing himself. But yeah, Kirk is just like, how does your ball even go out that far when you're so gentle with it? You know, he's probably good in the bedroom.
Yeah, he's always hitting the face. He's very precise.
Yeah. Former Honda Classic winner, Chris Kirk.
It is. He stole all my money from Eric Cole that year in the playoff. I vividly remember.
Yeah.
That's bad news for me. Chris Kirk gets in a playoff. I lose. I had Grazerman. Chris Kirk's in the playoff.
Yeah.
Grazerman doesn't win. I have Chris Kirk against Eric Cole. Eric Cole doesn't win. Just a series of horrors with golf betting for me this year.
Was that I sprinkled some on Nap yesterday just because I was sitting there in the living room watching with all these guys at this cookout. I'm like, I feel like Nap can do something. And then he got within one. And then I'm like, couldn't birdie last hole there. But that year that Kirk won the Honda Classic, sorry, we've gone way off the rails here, which that's what the show is anyway. Was that the year that Justin Thomas had somebody kicked out because they yelled, "Get in the bunker," like off of his tee shot? I think on either probably 17 because that's the part 3 there, the bear trap, but maybe 18 too. I thought that was so soft. So soft.
Yeah, we talk about this a little bit, the fragility of the golfer that,
Yeah.
Tiger would never do this because Tiger would just tune it out. But you imagine just being out there and just people like shit talking you while you're trying to like focus and hit the ball and you hit a bad shot. Like, fuck this guy. He's out of here. It would be the reaction that I would have. Like, fuck this guy. Get him out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think there's also going to be some kind of like mental toughness like to it. I know you've got to mentally focus in on this golf shot. We know golf is majority mental, whatever. But I think these guys got to fucking laugh this shit off a little more or have more fun with it. Like like chirp back. Like Ricky Fowler does that from time to time.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Yeah, I know he does.
He almost has to do this now.
And everything. And I'm like, all right, man. I have a piece of I ate a sausage before this show. There's a piece in my throat right now.
Wait, you know what? This is a good time. We'll take a break. I'll tell you about how you can order some sausages at a discount, and we'll come back with, let's say, the best things to do at the cookout, and then we'll power rank some foods. How about that?
I love that idea.
All right, well, stay tuned. Now, during their 4th of July sale at omahasteaks.com, you can get 50% off site-wide, plus my listeners get an extra $45 off with promo code MAYO at checkout. You get yourself ready for grilling season, and I already did. Got my package, so I went onto the site. I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to get. So there is a package that's only a limited time only, and I took the upgrade because I'm already saving the $45. You think they would just send it to me, but I'm using the $45 with code MAYO, so I saved myself an extra $5 on this one. But you get 4 5-ounce bacon wrap filet mignons. You get some jumbo franks, some caramel apple tartlets for dessert, plus some Omaha Steaks seasoning, and then the triple trim filet mignons. You get one of those, and 4 boneless pork chops. It's perfect for people who are coming over. Listen, there's weirdos out there who don't love steak. It's really strange to me. They want chicken, they want hot dogs, they want sausages, they want pork, whatever it might be. I know it sounds crazy, but I found these people in my life. So this package is what I had to go with because these people are the ones who are coming over for my kickoff to grilling season. And everything is going to be here in time from omahasteaks.com. That's why you got to use code MAYO. Get fired up for 4th of July with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their 4th of July sale and earn an extra $45 off. Use promo code MAYO at checkout. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $45 off with promo code MAYO at checkout. See site for details.
My fucking wife is like, hey, I got Thursday off so we can drive to Buffalo now. And I'm like, I got that fucking round of golf at the nice private club on Thursday morning here. Fuck. And it's on the family calendar. I followed the rules. I put all the
Okay. You know what? Okay, this should have been on my pet peeve. My wife got me to join this calendar that we share. I can do it from my phone. We actually have a digital one in the house that's large that's set up.
Okay.
And she gets mad at me. She's like, well, that wasn't in the calendar. That wasn't in the calendar. So now for the past 3 months, I put everything that I do into this calendar. You know what she never looks at? The fucking calendar.
Dude, seriously. I'm like, she's like, hey, I just asked my manager. I have Thursday and Saturday off. So that would mean us driving 7 fucking hours to Buffalo on Thursday, having 4th of July there Friday, and then driving back Saturday. And I'm like, dude, I got a fucking round of golf, nice private club, like on fucking Thursday. She's the one who always bitches at me. Put shit on the calendar. Honey, that was fucking smack dab right at the top of the calendar because we're teeing off again at like 8:10. And then she yelled at me last week. Yelled at me last week. Kind of has something to do with you, Pat. Because last week, for the first time we recorded the show, like after we originally talked about this and set a date like 2 weeks ago or whatever, it's like, man, I feel like you're really starting to like overshare like on the calendar. I'm like, I'm putting it there so you know, don't plan on me doing like shit with you like around the neighborhood because I've got an hour where I'm recording a fucking pod with living legend Pat Mayo. And she's like, I don't know if that's something I really need to know. I said, if I didn't put it on the calendar, you know what you'd put on there? Like lunch with so-and-so or something. Or yeah, we're going to fucking drive and take the dogs like swimming or some shit. You know, it's like, I can't win. And then I can't win. There's just no winning. We can't win, Pat.
It's a rigged game.
I fucking hate it, but I love it at the same time.
It's
the pleasure of pain. The pleasure of pain.
There is one way we can win, and it's by coming up with the ideal menu, or at least power ranking the best foods. That's what I want to hear. That's the driver giveaway ballot for this episode. You sub to Mayo Media Network, you smash the like, and in the comment section, you give me your 3 things no 4th of July cookout can be without. Food-wise. I'm not talking about drinks. We'll talk about drinks. If it's fridge cigs that you need, then it's fridge cigs that you need. They're probably going to be there anyway. But food-wise, what are the 3 staples of this? So what would you rank at number 1? Because someone asked me this yesterday because I went to a friend's birthday party.
Yeah.
Another 40th birthday party. These are getting banged out over and over and over. But you go to all of them. Everyone came to mind, so now I got to go to everyone else's. That's the way that it works.
It's the fucking worst. It sucks being a good person.
But if you had a hot dog and a hamburger on the same plate, which one do you eat first?
Are you serious? This isn't a question. I'm going with the hot dog. There's not going to be a hamburger on my plate. There's going to be 3 or 4 hot dogs.
You see, you're all hot dog all the time.
I'm all.
Here's a hot take. Hot dogs suck. Sausages are good. Hot dogs, nah.
All right, pal.
Shit.
All right. You're not American, so I can't say it's very un-American of you because you don't give a fuck. But
thank you.
You're welcome. I respect you and your culture. You little sausage guzzler. But yeah, I'm a massive hot dog guy. It's just got to be give me a good quality hot dog too. All right, like ballpark.
I feel like they don't make good quality.
No, they do. You know where they make really Salen's hot dogs in Buffalo? It's like kind of their local brand. Excellent. Good snap. Nice moist mystery meat on the inside of said snap. But you go to any local butcher too. They have great hot dogs. You got to settle on ballpark, hot dogs, your local grocery store, whatever, you can do that. But yeah, sausages are like kielbasas. Like I have a bunch of Trader Joe's sausages like in my fridge right now.
Dude, that sounds good.
Yeah, no, it's good. They also, not that anybody gives a fuck right now, they have the best hot dogs. Like if you're into health, you don't really want to eat a hot dog because of all the weird shit in it. Totally get it. Trader Joe's, not an ad, but hashtag could be. Great hot dogs. Like the ingredients of their hot dogs. Like there was a TikTok that went viral like a year ago. And if it's on TikTok and it goes viral, it's real. It's true. You can believe it. That their ingredients are the best. Like you can read them, you can pronounce everything, and they taste great. So yeah, hot dogs. That's number 1 on my list. You don't have a hot dog. Even at the end of my therapy session this morning, my therapist tried to get off. I said, hold on, one more thing. You're going to have hot dogs on 4th of July? She's like, oh, a lot of them. And I was like, that's why I pay you a lot of money. I need a good hot dog person in my life, and you are that person.
Well, I mean, I prefer the sausages, obviously. My wife, big on hot dogs.
Yeah,
I would prefer a sausage. However, I think you can get away with cooking a bunch of sausages and then cutting them into bits with toothpicks and serve them like that if you want to.
Well, why wouldn't you just get little cocktail wieners and like barbecue sauce?
Because the sausages taste better.
But those are like mini sausages, the cocktail wieners. You can get like beef ones, pork ones. They're not just like mini like hot dogs. That's a different ingredient.
They're not as good. I like to cook them on the barbecue. I like especially like when you get the jumbo sausages, they get all the juices in it.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at here.
That you sound like you're at fucking Sam's Club. And you're cutting
I don't know what Sam's Club is.
Or BJ's or Costco. I don't know. Do you guys have like, these
Costco? Yes.
Yeah. What's that?
Costco, yes.
Yeah, okay, so you get it. So one of those places you go in for a gallon of milk and you leave with a kayak, but they all their little fucking stations for samples. They sample like meat, hot dogs or whatever. Always, they cut it up just like you do with the little toothpick. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, look, I'm saying that you can serve sausages that way. That can be an alternate way to serve sausages. Then you just get meat going around the party at all times. Not everyone has to congest the barbecue area.
Yeah.
Because, listen, if you're someone who grills, and I do the grilling, Like, I don't want people around me when I'm doing that. I don't need anyone's fucking advice for one thing. There's one thing I do not need. If I'm the one who's spending the time doing all the grilling, and it's the opposite way. If I see someone else at the barbecue, I'm not going to come up and give them my 3 best tips.
Yeah, that has to be fucking annoying. Like, we've lived in this apartment. We don't have like a grill and all this shit. We've lived in this apartment for almost like, I think we've been here 7 years. But every apartment we lived in here, we don't have like a grilling area. It's not like an apartment complex and shit. But man, oh man, back when I would be grilling a lot, that was really annoying. Where you had the fucking know-it-all grill master. And they'd come over and be like, I don't know, like, this is usually when I would flip them or like rotate it, and it'd be like, you could rotate these nuts. Get the hell out of here, Bill. You know what I mean?
Host your own fucking party if you want to.
Yeah, seriously, ass hat, you chode. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna force feed this glizzy down your throat, and I'm not talking about the hot dog. But yeah, man, that would be super annoying if I was you. I also, like yesterday, I'm at the Cookout. My buddy Sammy P. Awesome dude. Man, he's smoking meats. He's got sausages on there. The only time I go over close to him by the grill is if he's pulling off like a piece of chicken or something. He's like, yo, sample this. It's like, okay. Otherwise, no. You got to respect that territory, okay? You go over there. You talk to that individual only if you are addressed or talked to. Otherwise, they want to chime in on a conversation we're having outside of the grill area. Awesome. I know that he or she on the grill has a job to do. They take a lot of pride in it. It takes a lot of focus because you want people going, this meat's so fucking good. That's what you want. And if you can't focus, the meat will not be great.
So I think that if we are going to power rank them, as much as I don't like hot dogs, I would prefer sausages. I do think hamburgers, hot dogs, and something else needs to be the move. Now, it's not to say that the one time I went to a 4th of July party when I lived in America, I made ribs on the barbecue. Some nice apple juice ribs, all put in tinfoil. They took fucking forever. So I was able to bogart like an alternate barbecue in order to make them. But like those take a long time. And it's not like people can have 20 of them. There's only so many of them to go around. So for just bulk, people constantly eating, easy to make, hard to screw up. Hot dogs and hamburgers have to be there. Kids can eat them. I mean, hot dogs more. I've always thought of hot dogs as a kid's food.
No, hell no. I'm a 41-year-old man-child. There are always hot dogs or sausages in my fridge. And there are also meatballs in there right now. Not a whole lot else other than that. But yeah, no, you're right. And I'll allow you to throw sausages in that little hot dog burger ranking. I think if you go, I don't know, I'll be interested to like read the comments here and see what people say on Twitter and like YouTube. If there's any number one outside of that realm of meat, the burgers, the hot dogs, the sausages. What's number 2 on your list?
I think I'm all in on corn on the cob. So corn would be there for me because corn, you can just throw on. Like you don't need to shuck it. You can cook it in the in the husk, put it on, turn it over. I will say that if people are bad at either cooking, grilling, whatever it might be, get yourself an Apple Watch. It really does help out.
What?
Just every 3 minutes, set the time. Because that's usually the thing that happens to people when they're grilling. That especially when people start coming up and talking to you. That if you have the timer set, be like, hey, this is the maximum amount of time I have before I need to flip these, or at least monitor these again. And then it starts like vibrating your wrist, like, oh shit, I need to go flip these. Yeah. That you'll never go wrong with that.
Just get a shirt off of Amazon or one of the meme pages that on the back of it says like, don't fucking talk to me like when I'm grilling. Or something, or like that. That's all you need if you really want people to leave you alone. But I haven't thought about that.
That is not true. People will see that and then they'll be like, that applies to other people, not me.
Or or they'll be like, hey man, saw your shirt, great shirt. It's like, can you not fucking read?
But hot dogs and hamburgers are the easiest to not screw up. Although, speaking of TikTok, I was an Instagram reel that I watched that to cook hot dogs, because hot dogs can be trickier. Especially if there are hot spots on a grill that you're using. You don't necessarily know where they are. If they get caught in like a rivet, some of them cook faster than others. Or there are even some grills where it's like it's hard to get it to stop on like the other side.
Yeah.
That 2 long bamboo sticks. Put them
Oh,
up. They're probably like a foot and a half each, probably a foot each. You can get like 6 hot dogs on them. Just put them through both sides. Just put them on the grill. Flip over the bamboo sticks. Boom. You cook the other side. They're done.
wow.
Yeah.
All right, George of the Jungle. Jesus, that's intense. I thought you were going to talk about like there was a way to like to really fancy up your hot dogs where you take like the tip of a knife and you kind of put a couple X's like down it before you start cooking it. And then when it cooks, oh my God, my wife's calling me. Then when it cooks, it kind of like
She didn't check the calendar.
butterflies a little bit. Hold on one second. Oh, she hung up. I tried to answer, but anywho, I'm going to tell her I have golf Thursday.
So corn for me
Yeah.
is the preferred vegetable if there's going to be a vegetable.
Has to be.
I'm actually kind of pro those like kebabs with all the peppers on them. You
Oh,
can
that's
throw-
great. Oh,
Those are excellent too. I would prefer the corn.
yeah. Those are excellent. I feel like sometimes people are like, they really want color. Put the orange peppers, red peppers, green. I'd say, come on, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. I don't need color. You know what I need for number 2? Actually has a lot of color. Watermelon. Watermelon has to be at your cookout, or I am not coming. It is the elite fruit of the summer. I would eat it year round if it was good year round, which down in Florida, it is good year round at Publix because they'll go anywhere in the world for that stuff. You have to have watermelon. It is tremendous for you. It's mostly water. So you're hydrating as you're eating like the salty, chemical-filled meats. Oh my God. I could just sit there and eat dogs can eat it. I'll give my dogs watermelon a lot, so that's important too. My dogs got to be able to eat it. It's refreshing, especially cold. Oh my God. And then it's like grilling, becoming a grill master, Pat, you need somebody who knows how to cut watermelon properly.
Yeah, slicer.
I
Pro
know-
slicer.
Yes. Like you just got to be able to, you can go on YouTube and you can watch a video like really quickly, but you could also forget very quickly, but you got to cut it up right. I want the nice little triangles. That's what I want. Start at the top, work my way down to the rind.
Now, is it that watermelon is that good?
Yes.
Or is it that there's no other fruit that really you can eat like that? It's a messy fruit.
No, you can eat cantaloupe like that.
Yeah.
You like cantaloupe. You can eat
honeydew that same way, I suppose.
honeydew, incredible. Those fruits I think are a little more difficult to find like when they're really ripe. But during the months of like fucking May and October, you can pick up a watermelon and it's going to be good. It's like a lock. Okay.
So I think that people overthink this cookout stuff, especially for the 4th of July. It needs to be mass produced. It needs to be good, and you need to have the staples that everyone likes. Are you a baked bean guy? Because I'm not.
Yeah. I love baked beans. It doesn't crack my top 3.
No,
It does not. Like you said, you don't overthink it. You want mass produced stuff, which is why just very quickly, Pat, number 3, chips. You need chips.
Yeah. Is it chips or fries?
Chips. No, like actual potato chips. I'm not talking about French fries. Who the fuck has French fries at a fucking cookout?
Listen, if you have the deep fryer next to you, you're good to go.
I mean, I'm eating it. I mean, it just seems like it's a lot of extra work. Kind of keep an eye on the fryer. I don't know. I don't fry shit.
Well, what we did for the last big barbecue that we had, I ended up cooking hot dogs, sausages, and burgers for it, and then making the corn at the same time. And I just ordered like 10 large McDonald's fries.
That's amazing, dude. It's like when you go to someone's house, like say to watch a game, and they've got a platter of like Chick-fil-A nuggets, or they went with like the 200 McDonald's like McNuggets. I walk in and I'm like a kid in a candy store. And if I walk into a party and I see McDonald's fries, which I'm telling you right now, people, there's no better French fry on the planet, fresh out of the fryer with the right amount of salt than McDonald's fries. Think about that.
Problem is when you get them delivered, they are not fresh out of the fryer. So you need to find ways to touch them up.
Yeah, air fryer.
Air fryer. Air fryer is the move. Unfortunately, air fryers aren't big enough, by the way.
We don't have one. We don't even have a microwave.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's no leftovers, no reheating food for you.
No. I'll reheat food. I'll just do it a lot in the oven. You know, it's a little more time consuming. You can see our galley kitchen behind me with the nice washer dryer, so I can sit there and boil hot dogs while I'm also doing laundry. But yeah, there's we don't have a lot of counter space in this small little kitchen right here. So sorry, there's a Keurig that's there for coffee, but yeah, no microwave. I haven't had a microwave again in like 6-7 years living in this apartment. I guess it also helps us like eat a little better.
Yes.
Even though I'm still eating a lot of hot dog. Dude, if I had a microwave, I would be absolutely butt fucking Hot Pockets every night. Like I would be destroying Hot Pockets. I think about them all the time, even though it's like, it's tough to microwave them like perfectly, get the filling all warm instead of the frozen center.
So I like your call on potato chips. I would go with fries if that's available to you, if you can get them crispy and hot.
That's
or
crazy.
Just get some good ones. But I feel like we get too caught, and maybe other people enjoy this stuff. I don't like coleslaw. I don't like potato salad.
Ooh.
I don't like macaroni salad.
Ooh.
Get this shit out of it. That is there to take you away from the actual good food.
I don't know, man. I could fuck with some macaroni salad. I don't mind a little bit of like coleslaw. If I'm getting weird with some of my hot dogs, put a little coleslaw on one of them. Or if I will have a burger if it's there. I'll just start with a hot dog, put some coleslaw on that. Cold coleslaw, cold mac salad. But that shit warms up in the heat way too quickly. Don't need potato salad. I got chips. Get your chunky potatoes away from me that hardly have any flavor. I don't know. It's a lot of mayonnaise too. With those three combined, I think you need one of those. And my choice would be coleslaw out of those.
My choice would be none. Get it out of here.
Is it just mayonnaise, or you just don't want that shit, period, to take you away from the other good stuff?
Just I think that's all filler food.
Well, I mean, yeah, food's food. It fills you.
Yeah.
Like, all food
imagine you could have. What would you like? To think logically about it? Would you rather have another hot dog and a hamburger, or have a side of potato salad?
Oh yeah, I mean, I get the point you're trying to make, and yes, you know my answer. I'd have another hot dog or like a burger, or in your case, like a kielbasa or something.
I mean, I would probably just triple stack the burgers and go with it. Are you a big put the cheese on it on the barbecue? Because a lot of people don't eat cheese.
Yeah,
and when you ask people, no one gives you a fucking straight answer.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss on cheese sometimes, because it's like I just would prefer it. Like I'd rather throw a third patty on there, and that's how I get like extra calories than cheese. I also prefer cheese. Like I'd probably at that point have already been mashing some kind of dip that has cheese in it, and so I'm kind of cheesed out. So I phase the cheese out as I make my way to the main course, which is the burger and stuff like that. And then there's a picture I took a couple 4th of July's ago where I went burger, 2 hot dogs, bun. Okay. Exceptional. So, and I think I just put a little bit of ketchup and mustard on it. There may have actually been cheese on that burger. That is American as fuck. Just being a fat piece of shit and throwing everything out the window and saying, "This is for you, George Washington."
Just how they drew it up.
That's right. A lot of people don't know this is the 249th anniversary of George Washington eating his first hot dog. That's why we celebrate the 4th of July.
Is there like special stuff? I would assume that there is for the 250th anniversary.
That's next. That thing 250 is next year, isn't it?
Yeah. So I assume like
I don't know.
Now.
Pat, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing after this. My wife's throwing out 5 different places to get lunch. But yeah, this year, dude, this one thing I'll say about 4th of July, anyone watching, and I know the Massachusetts people know this, Boston's a really cool ass city to celebrate 4th of July. Like at the old State House where they read the Declaration of Independence for the first time, they sit out there and they reenact that at like 8:00 every morning of 4th of July.
Great.
A lot of like, it's cool. It's like kind of nerdy. You know, I don't know shit about history, but I love it. And I'm just like watching. I'm like, dude, this fucking happened. Like look at that guy. That wasn't the guy who read it, but look at that guy. And then they're marching around with their instruments and stuff. Everyone, it's a vibe, especially when these holidays fall on like a Friday or a Thursday or that Monday where it just kind of blends in with the weekend. Like, it's going to be electric here on Friday. I'm kind of happy that it sounds like I'm going to Buffalo now, where I'll just be in a backyard in an above ground pool in my banana hammock.
So what are the activities?
Yeah.
Are there standard activities, or do you have go-to activities that you're trying to get everyone else to do well there?
Oh, yeah. I don't lure people into cornhole because I was reminded yesterday how bad I suck at cornhole. Don't ever team up with me in cornhole. I'm going to lose the game for us. But you know what is a cool game that I do like to do, like an activity at these like cookouts and gatherings? I don't know what the fucking name of it's called or if you guys have played it. It's like there's like PVC pipes you put in the ground and then you put a beer bottle on top of it. Hey, do you know what the name of that game is that we play with your brother where you put the beer bottle on top of the PVC pipe? That's my wife who just got home. So, and then you have a Frisbee. And the goal is, so you set up two-man teams similar to like a cornhole, and then you throw the Frisbee and you try to hit the beer, you try to hit the PVC pipe, which the beer bottle would fall off. And then that team that is standing there tries to catch the bottle if it falls off. And that's how they could get points. And if they don't, the other team gets points. I know somebody's got to know the name of this. And then
It's called Beersby.
Beersby?
Beersby. Or Polish horseshoes.
Yeah, that's great, dude. Meg's kind of Polish. I think she is. I don't know. That or Can Jam. Can Jam was like an upstate New York thing because I think that was created in like Rochester or something like that. It's another Frisbee game. I love Frisbees. And
better at Frisbees than the beanbags?
Yeah. The beanbag thing, I don't know, man. It's just can't focus, and then the hole is so small. I need the hole to be bigger. So does the guy at the gym.
That's the one mantra of his life. It's the only thing he cares about.
What are you? Are you a bags guy? Also, if somebody has horse nuts or ladder ball, whatever they want to call it, it's the golf balls tied at the end of the rope, and there's the ladder with the 3 tiers. You try to
and you like fling it at it. I actually like the washer toss, where you can have varying degrees of how good people are at it. But like have the box with the pipe in the middle, you have your washers, and you stand however far back that the people are good enough, and just fire at those.
Okay. I don't know if I've played that one.
I do feel like a lot of the stuff is regional in a weird way.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's what like Can Jam, where I mentioned that. It was like an upstate New York thing. And then there was one time I went to a Rays tailgate when I was in college, and there was this game where it was like a tree trunk, a chunk of wood, and there's nails there on top of it, and it's like you're supposed to hammer the nail in with one swing of the hammer. I don't know, man. It seemed really dangerous with a lot of people drinking and like nails and hammers being swung around.
Florida.
I know somebody's I got to figure out the name of this fucking game.
Well, how about this? This could be another way to get into that draw. If you are, we just kind of hit on New England stuff, East Coast of Canada stuff, upstate New York stuff. If you don't live in those places, what activities are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I don't know what's out there. What's going on in Arizona? I have no idea. I would like to hear about that.
It's like, does anyone do archery? I don't know. I would
bring your own quiver.
Or maybe they're doing what's the Harry Potter game?
Don't know.
Quidditch. Is that a thing?
Miss me with that kid shit.
Oh, I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're exactly the same age. We were at the perfect age to have missed this.
Yes, I know, because the Harry Potter fans in my life, they're different. They're built different, and they're built different. And
younger or
when I mean by
women?
built different, I mean incorrectly.
What were some of the other ones you had on here? There was one. Oh yeah, the draft. The draft. Let's end with this. NBA NHL draft.
Dude, I didn't know the NHL draft was like happening. I'm sorry. They're so bad at marketing and pushing out like information. I started getting alerts. They're like, Adam Sandler just announced the Bruins first round pick. I'm like,
Why is he announcing because of the Happy Gilmore tie-in?
yeah, I think it played into like promoting Happy Gilmore 2 coming up, obviously wearing the Bruins sweater and stuff. But I was like, okay, whatever. But the NBA going to 2 nights. Are we fucking serious?
The NBA has this idea that people like it like they like the NFL, but they don't.
You're exactly right. Like, stop trying to be something you're not. Like, I no idea, no clue why you were trying to stretch this out. Dude, night 2, I tried to tune in. I was like, let me just see what this is. I lasted like 2 minutes. I said, none of these fucking people know who any of these people are, nor do anybody who is sitting here watching gives a shit. Like, unless you like went to that school and that was like your team's like top player. Nobody knows who the fuck any of these people are.
It's one thing when you get to day 2 of the NFL draft. It's the second and third round. I don't know who any of these people are, but at least I know that second and third round picks play in the NFL. Like fourth round picks, like if this guy's good enough, he could be a game. Like if you hit on a good late third round pick in the NFL, well, there's the solution to all your salary cap problems. There's been like 4 ever second round picks in the NBA who are any good.
And then they're just like they're guys who are so good at college, but they're dogs. You know what I mean? That may go rounds 4 or 5 that you think could actually contribute to it. Dude, I'll sit there. I'll stay hooked to the NFL draft for all 3 days. Football is just a different beast. And the sooner all these other sports realize they're never, ever, ever going to get to that level, the better they will be. Stop trying to be something you're not. Don't give me a lifeless second night of a draft. Okay? Like, I don't know. God bless you if you sat there through hell. Even night 1 was just terrible television. Although I was a little intrigued by the Ace Bailey thing. Like,
just to see where he'd go.
Yeah, just to see where you go. And he ended up going to a place that his people were like, we don't want to go to Utah. And then Danny Ainge is like, yoink, you're coming to Utah, man. I don't know. I haven't seen a kid act like that in a long time, refusing to work out for teams, trying to force his way into
usually when people do that, they're really, really good. And well, he seems like he's good. He's not like when Steve Francis did it and didn't want to go to Vancouver, or when Eli Manning didn't want to go to San Diego. It's like, okay. I mean, I don't agree with it, but if you're going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, then so be it. This guy wasn't going to be the number 1 pick.
And I'm by no means a college basketball guru. It's just everything I was reading coming out of his camp. I was like, this kid's getting some bad advice, man.
Well, is he getting bad advice, or do they make so much goddamn money in college now that they're like, yeah, whatever, I got money?
True. I don't know what his NIL deal was. Where'd he go? Was he at Rutgers? Is that where it was? I think so.
Yeah, he was. They didn't even make the tournament.
Yeah, I know. Apparently his agent like isn't even like a certified NBA agent. I saw some weird videos of him kind of like doing like selfie stuff with this like what looked like very expensive necklaces and jewelry on. And it just seemed like a guy you wouldn't want to have representing you. I don't know.
We didn't get to talk about the Caitlin Clark stuff last time.
Yeah, dude. How about that, huh? Why is she having the shit beat out of her like every time? I think there's a reason she's missed like 7 or 8 of like the team's 16 games this year. She's missed 2 in a row. They hope that she can come back for the Commissioner's Cup. You know, the league really hopes that. But
well, like, it seems to be playing both sides of it. That like the infrastructure wants Caitlin Clark to be a part of everything.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the league whose name is not Caitlin Clark hates Caitlin Clark.
Yes, but she's your fucking golden goose.
I don't get it. I guess I can see why if you are one of the other players, but at the same time, hey, now I don't have to go to Russia to play basketball. I actually like get paid money now to play in the WNBA.
Bingo.
One person that the only person anyone cares about.
Exactly. And I know that's probably a hard pill for a lot of these talented female basketball players in the WNBA. Like some of them are ballers, dude, and they've been around like a little while. And they may be a little salty, be like, dude, we've been balling out like this, even though no one's really like watching, but now eyes are on it. So maybe you're a little bitter when you see Caitlin Clark, all of a sudden she comes in and all the eyes are on her. Everyone wants to go to every Indiana game. And you're like, oh, we've been here for like a while. And it's like, I don't know. You need to swallow the pill, and you don't have to be like cordial with her, really, if you're playing against her. Like, I get it. There's a competitive edge, and you want to clang and bang a little bit down there, but she's being like fucking punched and pulled and pushed to the crowd. And I said, like, I mean, Indiana obviously is not as good with when they're without her than when she is in the lineup and playing. And neither are the ratings. Okay.
Yeah.
When she is not playing, the ratings, and it's weird. It's like an across the league thing. Like, if she's not playing like that night, because I do think that there may be some families out there, you're watching Caitlin Clark, and maybe like your little daughter or son or whatever. It's just like, hey, can we watch like another game? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've never been a huge WNBA guy. Shocker. You could probably not tell, but yeah, I don't get beating the hell out of the woman who is starting to bring more eyes to you and
Like-
better ratings. I don't know if the league's actually even making money. I don't think it really ever has, but I don't know. They're in the news more now than they've ever been before.
These games get ratings when she plays. So if
Yeah.
if I was one of the good players in the WNBA, I would love this because you'll get paid too. Not to
Yes.
the extent that she will, but you'll make 20x whatever you were making before because there's
Yeah.
actual brands that want to do endorsement deals now. Because if you're also good, you'll be on TV at the same time.
Yeah.
And even for like the lower level players, now you don't have to have 8 roommates to play.
Yeah, and what was weird was before she came into the league, like the players who were already in the WNBA were like threatened by her already. You had people like, Diana Taurasi. They were like, on these podcasts would be like, oh, she's gonna have it coming to her, and it's like she's got it coming. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, don't you want to embrace it? Be like, dude, bring it on. We're gonna love having like more attention, more eyes on us. But like when I'm playing against her, like it's going to be super competitive. But it seems like some of these players have taken it maybe a little too far.
It's not a 1v1 because she's not Tiger, and Tiger was so good.
Mhm.
But when Tiger came to the PGA Tour, there was like that old guard that fucking hated his guts.
Yeah.
Now, it was because he was young, because he was black, because he was awesome. I have no idea. But it's probably some sort of mixture of all those things. But you also had that like next level down of guys that weren't that much. Like it was like the 45-year-olds who hated Tiger. But anyone who was like 28 or like 30 being like, holy shit, I'm going to be a millionaire. This is great.
Yeah. I mean, there were guys, who were coming in like their early 20s, and they just couldn't believe that they were on the same tour as Tiger Woods. They knew they would never beat him.
But you would get to these prize pools of like in 1996. I mean, I have to go back and like do like.
Oh yeah, we're talking like old like Buick Open stuff.
Yeah, so like the Buick Open in 1994, the prize pool is $715,000. 10 years later, because of Tiger, it's $5 million.
Yeah. Now he's PGA Tour's golden goose. Like there's that saying that everyone loves to just beat to death. It's like, he is the needle, which is
but she is the needle. She's not Tiger in terms of talent, but in terms of the needle, you only get so many needle movers in your sport generationally. You'd be lucky to get one legitimate one, and she seems to be it. And they're not fully embracing it like they should in order to maximize the capital of this.
Yeah. And I think Taylor Swift may be the biggest needle for the NFL right now.
I don't know if that's true or not. The NFL is the NFL is the biggest needle of the NFL.
Yeah. All right.
I don't get I was talking to my wife about it. I don't get the Taylor Swift stuff at all. Like I thought it was just like kids who like Taylor Swift. Apparently it's not.
No, there's a lot of there's a lot of grown men. A lot of grown men and women. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like I don't listen to her music, whatever. You like your music, that's awesome. I didn't like it being shoved down my throat by the NFL like all the time. It got a little better last year. I was kind of hoping they would break up this summer so it would be over. But I follow some gossip accounts on Instagram. They're still together. They're thriving, actually. They're really thriving.
Good for them. I like Travis Kelce. So
Me too.
I'm happy.
I love the Kelces. They're great.
Could you imagine? Let me ask you this. Could you imagine having made like $50 million as a professional athlete, but still trying to like point shave?
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't get it. There are some dudes out there with shit for brains, Pat. And it seems like a chunk of those dudes are in the NBA.
I think the NBA is the best at monitoring this stuff. Also, the NBA is the sport where you can get away with it the most without making it obvious. Like if you were trying to point shave in the NFL, it's a bit more difficult to do it a bit more incognito.
Yeah, like with your props and shit. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
bet
like
myself.
if I'm Tyreek Hill, I need over 6.5 catches. It's like,
Yeah.
well, other people need to be in on this too. Then,
Yeah. Yeah. I would be like, bro, why are you not like, if you're a running back, why are you not pounding that hole? It's like wide open. Why are you kind of like tripping yourself up? It's like, oh, his rushing total was 22.5 yards. Guys coming up a little short. But yeah, the NBA, because it was Terry Rozier earlier in the year, right? Which actually, I don't think the league ended up taking any action. I don't know if the FBI found anything. So everyone's like, who are we talking about again? It's like
Malik Piston. Well, I guess now the former Pistons because he's a free agent, but Malik Beasley is under investigation by the Fed. So there is a part of this too where none of this could be true. And we are now at the point where we're just saying like, oh, once we read the headline, dude's guilty. I have no idea. Jonte Porter was guilty, as it turns out. You say Rozier, nothing's happened to him yet. Maybe he's just not guilty. Maybe, I mean, sometimes guys play well. Sometimes guys suck.
Yeah.
Additionally, like they keep pointing back to a game where there was like a spread of 8.5 and they were down by 9 and with like 3 seconds left, he ran down the court and like dunked it when no one else was paying attention. So they lost by 7. It's like, yeah, that could be point shaving. He could just also be like a guy trying to pad his stats too.
Yeah. Cause he was on like a 1-year deal and he ended up having an incredible year. I think he averaged more than like 16 points a game. So if he was betting on himself, my guess would be he would be betting a lot of his overs.
Which in fairness, I don't have as big of a problem with.
No, I don't either. It's when like you're not doing things that you could easily do. I totally get it, but my brother in Christ, like, I don't know, maybe don't go to your bookie at the corner bar or something. Those guys like all still exist. Like get off an app. You want to bet yourself like that much, do what Ohtani did.
Yeah. Don't do it under the username M Beasley MBA on DraftKings.
Yeah. Was that it? There's no way that was it. Shut the hell up. You fucking...
No, but that's not true. But like, remember when Calvin Ridley got dinged?
Yeah. Yeah. Jags legend.
He was just hurt, just sitting there betting parlays on his couch.
I know, dude. It's weird too how like each league has like different rules for their players too in terms of like betting, right? Like the NFL, you can't bet on anything, right?
No, that's not true. You can bet on anything that's not the NFL, but Jameson Williams got popped because you can't bet on sports inside NFL facilities.
Yeah, that's right.
So he got busted. He was at like Lions training camp, like betting on college football or something.
Yeah. Yeah. There was the guy in the Jags building who was like, I'm just going to use the team's credit card. And
that guy just rooked everywhere. He spent like $20 million.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking insane, which is kind of, it's bizarre because the only like book you can use legally down in Florida is Hard Rock,
which is like the world's worst sports book.
Oh my God. Don't even start with me.
People send me every week. It's a running bit. People say like, I'll put up the golf odds. We use Cool Bet on this show. If you're in Canada outside of Ontario, use Cool Bet. I got a poker tournament coming up next Tuesday. If you want to go join that, you can win a trip to Eastern Europe, Emerson. You go to Latvia.
Oh, okay.
No, Estonia. Sorry, you go to Tallinn, Estonia.
Wait a minute. Can you go anywhere in Eastern Europe?
No, the tournament, the final table of the poker tournament's in Tallinn, Estonia, but the prize pool is over 250,000 euro. And all you got to like do is beat me to get into it. So hit the description. Find out more about that. But yeah, it's for only Canadians outside of Ontario. So those are our good friends at Cool Bet. They're manning the streets up here.
Oh, well, that's sick. Congrats.
But people will like screenshot me the Hard Rock odds every single week after like the rest of the odds come out, and they're just like 1/3 of what everything else is. They're just horrible.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, there's no competition out there, so they can kind of just do whatever they want. And then I believe like recently in the last like year or two, I don't know, because I think the tribes kind of run the show down there in Florida. And so it was like, I think they signed something recently where it's Hard Rock for the next like 25, 30 years, at least currently. Yeah. Like they're like no other books are going to be able to sniff the state of Florida. Which,
Once there's more money to be made, they'll figure it out.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And then you just need states like Texas and California to get with it. That's
well, right now in California, they're thinking about banning fantasy sports in general.
I saw that. That's ridiculous. I mean, it'd be
There's
like
no
living
way
in
that goes through.
that. Yeah, you can't do that unless you want to legalize like betting. It's a kind of that's what Nevada has, right? Like Nevada, you can't bet fantasy, I believe, but you can obviously bet all you want.
Yeah, it's really strange stuff.
It is, dude. It's super weird. It's really weird how these states like go about it. And I think this year isn't Missouri the only state that's legalizing it. So I think we're yeah.
Like looking at this Beasley stuff and then like the Rozier stuff and even the Porter stuff. If you're really that, like, if you have the inside track to bet your own unders and you're doing that, how much money do you think you can get down on a prop bet? Most people that I know that bet props that like win more than 2 days in a row get limited to 30 cents.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're like, these may not be the smartest dudes on planet Earth. And because clearly the sports book was like, yeah, this is weird. Like this guy is super confident in taking under 5.5 rebounds for Beasley. Like maybe a little too confident. You know what? He won't do it again. Second night of a back-to-back. Another under. Like a shit ton of money going on Beasley's rebounds.
So do you think it's because a lot of people, let's see, it says here that a known NBA placed an $80,000 bet on, this is for Porter.
Oh, okay.
The numbers hit set for him in parlays through an online sports book. The bet would have won $1.1 million. Like I just don't know who's getting down. What book is allowing people to get $80,000 down on backup Toronto Raptors forwards?
Yeah, I mean, true. Especially if it's an account that's not like really well like known. I mean that's a red flag right away. It's different if you're one of these like high rollers, a VIP, a whale, like if you will, like it. Within the company and like you're really well known. And those are the people that sports books treat with the utmost respect and roll the red carpet out for them at different events like around the year, because you obviously want these people spending their money with your book. But yeah, I don't understand. It's like I said earlier, I think if you're really that desperate to bet on yourself, just don't use a book, man. Don't go to a bookie. Go offshore if you want. But
that's the thing with gambling being legalized, sports betting being legalized across the country. The incentive is for all of these places to report you if you have the problem. This was part of why it was legalized in the first. And now people will say like, look how many people have been caught. This is because of the influence of legalized sports betting.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not. People are getting caught now because they're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's the same. It's the same with alcohol and everything else. It's like whatever. The hot dogs are addicting. I eat a lot of hot dogs.
It's your new vice. Quit booze. Now you're on the hot dogs.
Hot dogs and fridge cigs, buddy.
Fridge cigs. We'll end it there. Have fun in Buffalo, sir. I hope you still get to make your tea time.
Yeah, babe. Are we going to Buffalo? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Tea time Thursday morning could still be on.
You can just go after.
No, we got to hit the road early, man. It's 7 hours in the car with 2 dogs. I want to bang that out like immediately.
Can you fly from Boston to Buffalo?
We have 2 dogs, and this is like too short of notice to have someone like take care of them.
Bring them with you.
They are. They're not. Yeah. I'm gonna go in there with my
you give them like a little vest.
Yeah.
Wear some sunglasses. It'll be fine.
Me walking through Logan, and then they're not well behaved. They're gonna see someone eating at fucking Shake Shack and pull my blind ass over there. Oh, hey, this was fun. We could do it again next week. Hopefully everyone liked it.
Yeah, if we'll start. It's one of these things. We don't want to overload it. We want to give some of these because people go back and check these out and pumping them up. And I think that people will enjoy these because they're pretty evergreen, and especially over the holiday weekend. Like people need not a whole lot of new podcasts coming out over the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, we just talk about stuff. And
Yeah.
that's what I love to do. Hello, how are you, young lady? Doing good? No, just licking the sweat off my leg. I'm sweating quite a bit. I turn the air conditioner because I sit right next to the air conditioner. If I turn it on, it's gonna be loud. But you are my priority.
Appreciate that. You have fun this
All right.
weekend. Everyone out there have fun, whether it's Canada Day, whether it's 4th of July, whether you're in France and you celebrate Bastille Day, which I think already happened. Either way, just go have some fun. It's the summer. I'm Pat Mayo, and I will see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!